Okay, guys, God bless you and welcome to This Is It. Four, three, two, one. Before the fire. Guys, okay, so listen, I'm going to give you guys a testimony data video on what's happened. Imagine if I was giving you a video like I did in Chinati where I found the two rocks and the Lord said, put them together now. Okay, this is going to be so edifying for you, so mind blowing. You guys saw the guys blowing the shofars in the parking lot, right? Okay, do you understand that for me to show up in a parking lot in New Mexico while I'm driving to one of my locations, while I'm praying, saying, Lord, I really could use some encouragement. I brought all my stuff like you told me to. I've got the shofars here with me in the front seat. I've done as you've asked. I just feel a little bit, not on solid footing yet. Could you please just help me believe and continue forward? That was basically my prayer. And then I drive through some little city and I stop at Ace Hardware. And as I set my foot on the ground, exiting my car, I hear, "Brr, brr, 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 brr." Guys, do you all understand? First of all, have you ever seen someone blowing a shofar ever? I mean, then if you have, can you imagine the circumstances that I'm talking about? Where I pull up, as soon as I set my foot on the ground, the sound goes off. Do you understand that those people were only in that parking lot for about 2 to 3 minutes? They had walked out of a door of a building where they were having their service. And at the time I drove up, they just started blowing in different directions. So they had already blown in one direction. And so when I set my foot on the ground, they were all turning, blowing in another direction. And I was like, what? And then I grabbed my camera as quickly as I could. I grabbed my phone and I got out and I turned it on. I started walking towards them while they're blowing the shofars. And then I turned my phone on again to do another short video. And that's where I'm kind of narrating and I'm saying, guys, they're blowing shofars. Do y'all understand those guys were only outside for about 2 to 3 minutes? So a 2 to 3 minute span in anywhere in New Mexico, 2 to 3 minute span, 5 people blowing shofars. I just don't even know what to do with that, except thank you for doing that for me. So he's made sure my arrival and me pulling into that parking lot was all timed by him. No doubt about it. Now I'm going to give you some more testimonies that are going to blow your mind so hard. And I want to encourage you because I'm going to blow a shofar, guys, and I'm going to blow a shofar from a balloon. And the way he's got this set up is he showed me before I left San Antonio that that's what he was, leaning me to do. And I told Corey and Zach, this is very odd, but it feels like he's telling me I'm going to blow a shofar out of a balloon. Well, it turns out that there's going to be a sunrise balloon ride. So I'm going on this balloon ride at sunrise. It's sunrise. Think about that. And then oddly enough, I'll give you the other details in the next video. But before I give you these details, the one thing I would ask you to do is watch this video right here. Let's see. Let's see. Puddles Pity Party, Come Sail Away, right here. Now, the reason I want you to watch this is because just like the testimony I just gave you when I was driving, I was asking for, a little bit of confidence that what I was doing was correct. Well, after I went and found the location where he told me this is where you're going to throw the rocks into the river, the rocks from Chinati into a river. And I thought, okay, that's where you want me to do it. That's what I'll do. So I went to that location, all of it beyond the brain supernatural. And so after I went to the location, I haven't deposited the rocks yet because he hasn't told me it's time yet. But I went on a reconnaissance mission just to check it out. So what's fascinating is after I went to see the location, I came back to this place I was staying kind of out a little bit like out in the desert. It's pretty solitary where I was. Anyway, so I was sitting there and I had my computer and I was just praying. I said, This is so overwhelming. This is overwhelming me. It looks like this is it. It literally, I can't imagine that it's not it, especially once you guys see the testimony videos like the shofar that you're going to see tonight or in the morning. So I was sitting there just trying to process what's going on. And I said, okay, look, just help me not freak out if I go up in this balloon and I blow a shofar and I'm still here, because I don't know if my brain will be able to mentally, deal with driving back to San Antonio. I'm just being honest, because there's too much stuff telling me this is it. And so if I go up in a balloon and blow a shofar, if I jump out of that balloon, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if I'm going to be jumping out. I don't know what the plan is. It's all fluid, just like Chinati was all fluid. Did you see what happened in Chinati? Okay, now. So I don't know. I'm just going on total faith. So the point is, when I got back and I was sitting there just kind of dealing with all these overwhelming supernatural things that are going on, I said, I don't know if I can deal with going up in a balloon, blowing a shofar, jumping out of that balloon, landing, and then it's like, oh, okay, well, that was crazy. Sure, a lot of supernatural stuff happened, but I guess I'm going to pack up and head back to SA. I just wouldn't know what to do with that. I'm just being honest. I'd be like, okay, I did everything you said. It sure seemed very final in my mind. All the stuff you showed me seemed completely impossible. So what would I do with that? Okay, I'm just giving you guys my mindset. So here's what happened. You see this? This is Puddles Pity Party, Come Sail Away. Hang on one sec. Okay, so as I was making that supplication, like, please help me just deal with whatever comes mentally. And as I was making that supplication, I was watching the video where I documented going to the place that I'm going to deposit those rocks. And David stitched it together for me, and I was looking at it, and I was like, okay, this is just mind-blowing. And then just like you see right over here on the side, you see all these thumbnails right here. Okay, well, right here I had a video that David worked on for me, and I was looking at it. And then over on the side were the thumbnails, like right here, and I saw this Puddles Pity Party, Come Sail Away and Let It Go from Frozen. Okay, I'm giving you a 100% testimony. I looked at that and I consciously had the thought, I'm not going to watch that. I've watched some of the Puddles Pity Party stuff, and he's very talented guy. But I thought, in my mind, I literally said, nah, I don't want to watch that one. That's one that I choose not to watch. And it was just in the thumbnails. It had nothing to do with anything. But I looked over, I saw it, and I go, nah, that's not one I would watch. And my cursor like this went, watch. My cursor just went, whoop, click, and clicked on it. And I just was like, that is so weird. My cursor just went click, like I didn't move it, but I did. And so then I thought, well, I should probably watch this. So what I'm asking you to do is I'm asking you guys to watch this whole Puddles Pity Party. Go look at the lyrics to I'm Sailing Away, Come Sail Away by Styx, and go look at the lyrics to Let It Go from Frozen. Because this is just simply a form of communication. Again, don't forget what I was saying was, I don't know if I'll be able to handle it after going on a dawn balloon ride. Dawn, blowing a shofar. And then I don't know if I'm going to jump out of that balloon. I don't know what I'm doing. The Lord He leads me. And I just said, if all that happens and I land and, it's like, wow, did you see all the miracles? Okay, that's super cool. But that would mean I'm still here, which, very well could happen. And I just said, I don't know that I'll be able to mentally, grapple with that, because there's so many things that he's shown me that would suggest that this is it. And this was the answer to that prayer. So that would even suggest more that it's time to go. And I don't know. And that nobody knows. That's what faith is. You believe. I know that I've heard from the Lord, so then I act on that when I know I've heard from him. And then everything that y'all have gotten to see through this channel manifests. It literally manifests. So when the Lord tells me, Jonathan, come in at a 45-degree angle to the Vatican while I'm on Google Earth and it turns into a snake, well, then obviously I'm hearing from the Lord. So anyway, again, I love you in Christ. This is a check-in. Please watch this video and please read all these lyrics, and then I'll get back to you guys tonight or in the morning. So there you go. Watch that, and peace and grace, and hopefully I have my the red lights on. Okay, I love you guys. This is getting good, guys. I don't know what to say except wow, wow, and wow. Okay.